First things first. Alexa, the actress who plays Maddie. I say her name right. I hope I said her name right. Did I say her name right? Did I say her name right? Let me say it again, just in case I didn't. Nope, I did. Alexa Demi, she fine as hell, man. Some gorgeous tres leches. Apparently, I found out this is some tres leches. If you don't know what that is Spanish milk or milk cake. I think it's a milk cake that Spanish folks be making, but it's good as shit. And I like some tres leches. Eat Alexa Demi, right? Okay. I'm savvy miking this. Savvy reviews, and well, we have my official review for episode 2 of season 3 of Euphoria. And in this episode, it starts off with, of course, Alexa Demi as Maddie, and we see what's basically going on with her, how she got her job in this management position for celebrities, and what she did to get there. And I guess the pandemic had happened, and a lot of people moved to California. And my thing is, well, while we were going through the pandemic, you know what show was currently on television? You guessed it, Euphoria. Made no sense. Honestly, the pandemic is the reason we didn't get season 3 as fast as we were supposed to. And so it was just, everything was at a complete halt at that point. So yeah, it was just kind of weird and ironic to see like a lot of the pandemic stuff this episode was doing, because it was just like, wow, at that current moment, there's a television show with these same people on it. So I just would have stayed away from it, in my opinion. If I was Sam Levinson, I would have stayed away from even bringing that up, to be honest, because it really truly didn't matter to the grand scheme of it all. While it does make Maddie look like the architect for today's OnlyFans IG model motif, is like Maddie is the one who kind of pioneered that or help inspire that. And so yeah, I like what they did with it for sure, but it's kind of odd. It was just kind of odd, but I enjoyed it. I really loved seeing what Maddie was doing and what she was doing to get this job. By the way, these are just spoilers here, just to let you know. Yeah, if I just told you non-spoiler, it's fire, bye, then it wouldn't be no point in making a video. But we're here. Either way, loved this story, and it perfectly ties into what her old best friend who stole her boyfriend, Cassie, is doing, and what she has going on. And so ironically, she hits Maddie up for management and advice. And so we move on from that, and we basically cut to what Rue's doing with Alamo. And they're basically covering up the fact that this stripper, I think her name was Tish, dies from fentanyl. And so Alamo gets on the phone with Lori and her racist inbred family. And yeah, we get hard ER in this. He calls them the hard ER. They call Alamo a pig. Alamo goes, I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. Y'all killed one of my women, so since y'all killed one of my women, I'm taking one of yours. I'm taking Rue. And Lori's like, well, but what, Rue owes me money. And Alamo is like, well, consider her debt paid, because you killed one of my girls with this lace Molly that had Finn in it. So yeah, Rue's mine now. And I guess that's it. They bring up something about reparations. That was some interesting writing there. But hey, either way, we move on. And Alamo officially hires Rue to help take care of the girls at his strip club. And interestingly enough, the person that's also helping run the strip club is the dad from Casey Undercover. Is Zendaya's, like, the guy that played Zendaya's dad in Casey when she was on Disney Channel, I believe. Yeah, it's him. Pretty cool to see. I'm not gonna lie, that was a shock. I was like, wait, that's Buddy. Yeah, I watched Disney Channel growing up. Who didn't? Either way, he works there, and Rue tells us that about her relationship with Jules and where that's been and where it's going on. And she's basically reminiscing about Jules and missing Jules. It does show a vulnerable moment where I think she had relapsed again, which I don't know why they're bringing. Like, it's like the past stuff. While it matters to where the character is now, it does. At the end of the day, it really doesn't have to keep being shoehorned. Like, it's time we move on. Because once you keep trying to bring us back, like trying to kind of basically recap a season's worth of stuff that should have been recapped after the season that it happened, now you're trying to recap it now. Rue relapses, the mom and the sister are far away from her, and I guess Jules is popping model star whatever, and okay, like all the stuff that you're trying to recap now, you should have did in the season when you had the chance to. At this point, you just move past, you move on. We don't need to know that Rue relapsed again. Okay, show is called Euphoria. I doubt it won't be a show if she don't. If she just completely decides to go sober, we wouldn't have a TV show. So enough of it. Let's just get into the story that we're trying to tell now. And just, I feel like the recap stuff is being shoehorned at this point. We can move past it, bro. Either way, Sam Levinson blesses us with some thirst traps of Sydney Sweeney. You know, basically like Buddy says, like Nate says, spread an eagle online for the world to see, right? And so she comes up with the bright idea to basically hit up Maddie and see what's going on and see if she can help her get bigger and get a bigger following so she can pay for these $50,000 flowers, because she wants to make a lot of money. And well, Maddie, in her little recap of where she was managing IG model, and then the management lady she was working for told her to stop working with this model, and that model ended up to become basically Sophie Rain, making millions of dollars in a year on OnlyFans. And that was a lot of money that Maddie could have made if she would have just stuck the course and stayed with her and said, you know, fuck this, I see the future, I'm sticking with that. And yeah, so she said she made that mistake, and I guess she's seeing the opportunity with Cassie and say, I'm not gonna make that mistake again, number one. And number two, this is a perfect opportunity to get revenge on the ex-best friend that stole my man. If I can make her spread eagle and sell her body online and basically become her pimp and she's my hoe, that's the sweetest revenge. And so I guess Maddie and Cassie are working together now, which would be really interesting to see. We come to find out that Eric Dane is going to be in the season for sure. He definitely passed away, may he rest in peace, but I guess he filmed a lot of scenes in episodes of the show, so we'll be seeing him this season as well. So and him and Jacob Elordi do really well in scenes together, especially acting wise, and they had an interesting conversation here as he's trying to figure out why he's okay with his soon-to-be wife doing OnlyFans to make money to pay for the wedding. And he's just like, look, at the end of the day, once she starts going down the rabbit hole, it's hard to get pulled back out of it. And so Nate takes heed to that, but he starts to reveal that he owes somebody a lot of money. So that's really why he doesn't want to shell out all the money that she wants him to, because it's like right now he's in some shit with some funeral person. And so he got to pay that nigga. And so regardless of it, we cut back to Rue and the strippers, and one of the strippers that Rue was fucking in the beginning of the episode, I guess she was good friends with Tish, and she comes to find out that Tish is missing. And so Rue comes cleans to her and tells her the truth about it. She's like, well, she overdosed, so she can start worrying about it. Unfortunately, that sends the stripper down the spiral, and she starts spiraling on drugs and whatnot, and so they can't get her unhooked off of it. So Alamo lays a deal out. He's like, look, you see that she hits the streets or she goes to rehab, quote unquote. And Rue pitches that, you know, she could change, send her to rehab, come back a better person. Hopefully she can get over her grief for her friend, and you know, we can get back to business, get back to making money, and I really care about her. And Alamo says, well, if you can get her in rehab, then I'll give you a promotion. And so it started to become clear to me that this might not be rehab, especially with all the foreshadowing that was going on. and just the conversation that Rue was having with Ashley, the stripper, on the way to rehab. And so before she lets her go, she tells her, hey, look, don't worry, I'm gonna come back and get you. But Ashley seems very perturbed and worried, like, something wrong is gonna happen, but I guess she's okay with going with it at this point. And so the nurse comes to pick Ashley up, and the way the scene was shot, it felt like that was Rue's last time seeing her. And she was about to be trafficked away. Because, I don't think she's going to rehab. I think Alamo just sold this woman to the highest bidder, unfortunately. And I think that's what happened. I don't think Rue's ever seeing that girl again. But outside of that, after that, Cassie tells Nate about her working for Maddie. And it's also an interesting scene where I guess they were having some type of wedding party and the friends were over, and Nate was pitching business to him, and Cassie ends up telling one of the wives about her little escapades, and then the wife ends up telling the husband, and the husband ended up telling Nate. And so Nate is like, he just didn't want this to get exposed. He didn't mind her doing it, but he didn't want this to get exposed to his friends. So he tells her in front of him and the friends to delete it, to make it seem like, one, I don't have any money problems, like I'm not broke, I could pay for these $60,000 flowers, and two, I don't approve of her being on OnlyFans and blah blah blah. So he's just trying to make it seem like he's still running things, and so he tells her to delete it in front of him. She does, but I guess like it was just all a ploy, I guess, look, she's gonna still do what she gotta do, and she know it was her fault for getting caught. But either way, in the scene in bed, Cassie lets Nate know about them working with Maddie, and Nate seems suspicious about it, but at the end of the day, I guess he doesn't give a fuck. Jacob Elordi does a really good job playing this character, so it is good to see him. I think he is very charismatic in his role, and I think he plays this Nate character really well. He seems like a villain, but then he also does seem like he truly cares about this woman that wants to be a whore. An interesting dynamic he's doing here. Regardless, we get fucking Nazis, literally, as we see two white people fucking with a Nazi flag in the background. But after that, we come to find out we're at Lori's place, of course, and a pig gets dropped off. I guess Alamo is, like, you call me a pig, then I'm gonna drop a pig off in your house. Show you what I'm playing. Alamo not fucking playing for Lori, which is pretty cool to see. She needs to get her comeuppance in some way, because complete dickhead as a drug dealer, I'm not gonna lie. Regardless of it, at the end of the episode, Rue pulls up on Jules, and her and Jules have a little conversation. Rue been missing her, especially in the talk that she had with Maddie during the episode. She was like, yeah, I guess I do miss her. And so she pulls the trigger and says, yeah, I'm gonna go see her. And she pulls up on her. Jules is living in a penthouse now, living the rich artist life, I guess. And so either way, Jules is letting Rue know she hasn't forgot about their past and what she did to her, but she doesn't mind that Rue wants to keep her some company, so she's gonna allow her to stay. And then that's when the episode ends. I guess Rue and Jules get it on. So yeah, either way, really fun episode. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was some certain parts about it that was pretty annoying. Like I said, still kind of tugging us back to where this is where they've been and this is where they are now. Like, look, you had a whole first episode do that. Now we're in this story, we're in this season. Stop putting me in recap mode, basically. I like finding out what everybody is doing. I do. Like, I don't mind seeing where Maddie was, even though it don't really make sense for her to be growing during the pandemic when the show was literally out during that same time. I get this is TV world, but it was just jarring. It was fucking jarring. Either way, understandable, but some weird aspects to it. But either way, I liked it. I still am on board with the story and where it's going. I like seeing Rue kind of run the strip club. That was pretty cool. I think that's a cool job for Rue to have. And the escapades that could come with that are pretty fun. So can't wait to see where this continues to go. I like everything with Maddie and Cassie and Nate and seeing kind of the chess moves that Maddie is playing and, like, trying to get her revenge in the way that she wants to. And Cassie, in a sense, getting her revenge in the way that she wants and saying, hey, I won the guy. Interesting what's going on there. So can't wait to see what happens there. Everybody still is doing some top tier acting for sure. Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, Alexa Demi, Hunter Schafer. They're all showing up to play, and I'm with it. So I'm still locked in for this. It hasn't lost me. Like I said, I want us to get focused on the story. Stop telling me where other people are that I'll probably be worried about, because it's just like, yeah, all these people were main players in that last season. Now they're just completely disappeared. If they are nowhere to be found, then just let them be nowhere to be found. Don't keep telling me where they're at and why they're not around. We're good. Let's focus on the ones that are here and going to be present in this season, because those are the people that matter, in my opinion. Either way, fire for me, though. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.